The first step to building stone tools in Minecraft is to find a tree and punch it in the face so you can steal its wood.
But in real life, unless you're this girl, you can punch trees all day and you won't get anywhere.
I should know, because I did that. And I was unsuccessful.
Which is why I decided to go to a modern-day hardware store instead. Because I'm a modern-day man on a modern-day mission. To build the stone tools of Minecraft in real life. Now, ever since I saw the Minecraft tools in the game, I always wondered if they would work in real life. Obviously, stone tools have been used for millions of years.
But I'm not talking any old stone tools here. I'm talking Minecraft stone tools.
That blocky, pixelated aesthetic. How would these stone tools compare against a real axe, a real shovel, or a real pickaxe? I gotta know. The only problem is, Minecraft tools don't exist in the real world yet. So here's what I got.
Plywood, 2x4s, and two 50-pound bags of concrete. Now in Minecraft, you have a crafting table. You slap your ingredients on there and your tool is crafted instantly. But in the real world, you actually gotta do some work. So I'm gonna use this plywood to build a crafting table, use the 2x4s as the wood, and the concrete will be the stone.
Now I can't just stick a 2x4 in a bag of concrete and call it a stone tool. No, I'm gonna have to be way smarter than that. So I decided to create a mold. I started by cutting out some paper shapes of all the stone tools. I used some wood lying around the shop to build a frame. Then by cutting precise pieces of the 2x4s and positioning them in the frame just right, I had a perfect Minecraft axe mold to pour the cement into. And lastly, I stuck my handle into the mold. I even put some screws in there so the cement would stick to the handle better. Then I just had to repeat this process for the shovel and again for the pickaxe. Now, while I was using all these nice power tools, something dawned on me. If you look at the crafting table in the game, the only tools Minecraft Steve has to work with are a hammer, a saw, and a pair of pliers, which I'm pretty sure is not enough to actually build half the stuff he builds.
But then again, out of all the Steves in the world, according to you guys, he's the strongest Steve in existence. So maybe it's possible. I mean, the dude punches trees into oblivion on a daily basis.
So obviously he's got some superhuman strength, but I believe he's got some superhuman carpentry skills as well.
Because this stuff is hard.
But now that the molds were finished, it was time to get ready to pour the cement. So okay. I mixed the cement up real good and started filling up the molds. Now I know I strayed pretty far from the original crafting recipes, but at this point, I really couldn't think of a better way to emulate the Minecraft aesthetic in real life.
I have no idea how this is gonna come out.
And I really had no idea what I was doing. I mean, I have experience building stuff like cars made of garbage, swords made of socks, cardboard houses, tree houses, even real houses. But concrete? The only thing I've ever done with concrete is making myself a pair of shoes. So I was kind of making it up as I go and hoping for the best.
Hopefully this works. We'll see in 24 hours. All right, it's been 24 hours and the cement has dried, but we got a problem. The crack-resistant concrete has cracks all over it. Look at this, going right down the middle of the shovel, right here on the axe, right here on the axe. The pickaxe has got a big one right here. This isn't looking good, but I guess we won't know until we take it out of the mold and try it out.
Needless to say, the cracks in the cement made me really nervous to remove these tools from the molds. And I had a lot of grinding to do before I could even get them out, which was extremely nerve-wracking. But to my surprise, they came out just fine.
Check this out. This is literally just a giant block of concrete, the exact shape of the Minecraft pickaxe.
The only thing left to do now was to reinforce the handles, and I had legitimate Minecraft stone tools.
All right, these stone tools are done, and I'm really excited. What?
Okay, real talk, top 10 most heartbreaking moments of my life. It didn't even get a fair chance, and not even duct tape could fix it. It just wasn't fair.
Well, there's no point in crying over blue milk. Let's see if this thing works. It doesn't.
So that was a total disaster, and I'm sad to say the shovel wasn't much better. In fact, it was an utter failure, so it all comes down to the axe.
All right, let's get real for a sec. There was no way a concrete pickaxe was gonna break through stone. And there was no way a stone shovel was gonna break through this frozen ground. So the only real chance I have of making one of these tools work is the axe. Oh no! So we got a few problems. I built the core of these handles with plywood, which doesn't have a lot of strength. And the concrete that I used has a bunch of stones in it, so it's really easy to break apart. It was the most expensive bag in the store.
I was annoyed, but I knew exactly what I had to do, and it wasn't this. I went out and bought the finest cement mix I could find with absolutely no stones, just pure concrete sand. I mixed it up until it was smooth as peanut butter, and I set my mold back up. This time I wasn't messing around, and this time I was going to make a working stone axe. My concrete was poured, and all I could do was wait.
Okay, it's been another 24 hours. I'm still wearing the same clothes. I smell horrible, but anyway, This is done drying. I mean, it definitely seems a lot more solid than the last design, but I guess I won't know for sure until I try it. Oh, no. It didn't even get out of the mold. How did I think this was gonna be better?
This was humiliating. I poured so much sweat into this, and it literally crumbled before my eyes. But maybe I was going about this all wrong. Maybe it's a lot simpler than this. Perhaps the 3 tools on the crafting table really are enough to make a stone axe. I had to try. It was time to channel my inner Steve and tap into my survival instincts. It was time to live by the way of Minecraft. It was time to follow the crafting recipe. So back to the basics here. The crafting recipe for a stone axe is 3 stones and 2 sticks. Now translated into the real world, that's too much material. So really all we need is 1 good stick for the handle and 1 flat stone for the head. I don't think finding a flat stone will be a problem, so I journeyed deep into the forest to find the perfect stick to create a stone axe. Which you'd think would be easy, but every stick I found was falling apart.
Finding a stick in the woods should not be this hard. I gotta stay vigilant. These woods have coyotes, mountain lions, bears, but I'm not really afraid of any of that. There's only one creature that I fear.
Spiders. That's right. Unfortunately, I can't just slay any spiders that cross me like I can in Minecraft. Nay, this is the real world, so I have to face my fears head on. So I decided that when this channel hits 10,000 subscribers, I'm going to conquer my fear and hold a live tarantula. So quit pretending you're a chair and subscribe to the channel and help cure my arachnophobia.
I think I found a good stick.
So to make this work, I had to cut a vertical groove in the stick the same thickness as the stone. But the problem with this stick is that it was a little too dead and it broke. So I had to journey back into the forest, this time wielding a saw. And luckily I found a newly fallen sapling that was absolutely perfect.
Yes. Now cutting down the center of a stick is really difficult, and I've got to be super careful and really precise, otherwise I'm just gonna break it like I did the last one.
Because the stick was still pretty fresh and frozen, it was really tough to cut through. And I had to do it with just the handsaw, because the pliers weren't much help, and the hammer, I don't know what to do with the hammer. So it was just me, the saw, and the sweat. And after about 40 minutes of straight cutting, I finally had something to work with. So now if we pound the stone into the groove of the stick,
you should have something like this. It's not exactly the most sturdy thing in the world. However, if we go beyond the tools allowed in Minecraft with some modern day machinery and some twine, we should end up with something like this.
A genuine, real-life Minecraft stone pickaxe, that's a mouthful, with real wood and real stone. Basically the original crafting recipe. And it was really solid too.
I can swing this thing at full force and the stone isn't moving at all.
But can it chop down a tree? It blasted through these rotting trees, so it was time for a real challenge.
All right, this one here, that's really strong. And as you can see, it's already broken off here. I'm gonna chop this one.
Even though the axe wasn't sharp, it was working surprisingly well. And it was super durable.
I'm like a third of the way through this tree, and the axe hasn't taken any damage yet. This is sick.
I couldn't believe it. The Minecraft stone axe actually works.
Yes! Finally! Ugh! That's all I got!